Hello students, good morning. I am Prem Gupta, your English teacher. Dear students, in the previous classes we were discussing the chapter 15 of English grammar, that is tenses. Dear students, in this chapter we have read already the kinds of tenses, and in the kinds we have already read the present tense and past tense. And today we will discuss about future tense. Dear students, you all know that it stands for tomorrow. Okay, or you can say for the future times. It denotes the action that will happen in the future. Okay, it stands for tomorrow or for the future time. It is used in a sentence to indicate that the action will happen in time to come. It means it denotes, future tense denotes the action that will take place in future. Okay, and as we have seen in the present tense, in the past tense, that these two are already divided into four sub categories: simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. And in the past tense there are also four sub kinds: past indefinite tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. In the same way, in the future tense you will also find future indefinite tense, that is also known as simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. Okay students, so you should keep in your mind that there are total 12 kinds of tenses. There are total 12 kinds of tenses. Okay, and though it is three main, there are present, past, and future. And these three are divided into four subkinds: simple present, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous tense. In the same way, past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect, past perfect continuous. In the same way, future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous tense. Dear students, we have already discussed present tense and past tense and its subkinds. And today we will discuss about the subkinds, detailed study of future tense. Okay students, so just see. Yes students, you will not write anything, you only watch the video carefully or attentively, you can say, and just see. There are four subkinds that you should know. Dear students, in your book it is not given negative or interrogative sentences. You have to study only affirmative sentences. So first of all, we will discuss the future indefinite tense. Indefinite tense. Dear students, you should know the structure of it, how the structure will construct. You see, first of all, subject will be there. Okay, first of all, you should keep in your mind that what kind of helping verb we use. Yes students, you should know that we use helping verb shall with the subject I and we only. With I and we use the helping verb shall, and with the other subject we use will. But nowadays people are using will with all kinds of subject, but in grammatically we will use shall with I and we. Okay, keep in your mind that you have to, that we will discuss later again. Let's see. In simple future tense means future indefinite tense, the structure of it will be subject, and after you will use the helping verb will or shall according to the subject. Okay, then after you will use the first form of the verb. Okay, main verb, you can say that is first form of the verb. Okay, then after you will use the object. If there is object, you will use the object. If there is other information or complement, you can also mention there. Okay, so this is your structure. You have to know it. You have to learn this structure. This is the structure of future indefinite tense. You can see there is subject, there is helping verb, will and shall, and we will use will with all kinds of subject, and we will use is with I and we only. Okay, then after we will use the first form of the main form of the verb, then after we will use object. We can see the example, students. We can see the example. Just see, there are so many examples also given in your book. You can also see. For example, you can say I will drink coffee there. You can say I shall. You can see that is subject, that is with I have used here the helping of shall. Eat is a verb, that is main form of the verb, that is first form of the verb. I'll eat a mango. I shall eat a mango. That is an object. Okay, you can see. Just see, that is subject, that is helping verb, that is verb, that is object, and that is article. Okay, so keep in your mind this structure: subject, helping verb, then after main verb, then after object, and on the basis of this structure you have to write the sentences. Okay students, I hope that you all have understood. And now come to the next structure, future continuous tense. Okay students, dear students, no need to write. I will send the notes, you will write from there. Okay, so I'm going to erase it. Now we will discuss the next sub kinds, that is future continuous tense. Second, this is future continuous. Future continuous tense. Just see students. And what would be the structure? Subject will be there. Okay. Will or shall will be there according to the subject. Okay. Then after B will be there. Okay. Then after verb will be there. And in the verb, students, you will add ing. That is continuous tense. It means work is in process. Continuousness, it denotes the action that is in process, जो अभी काम चल रहा है. Okay, so we will, for continuation, we will add ing to the main verb. You see, subject will be there. Then after helping verb will be there according to the subject. Then after will be there. Then after verb plus ing will be there. If there is object, you will also mention object. If there is other information, you will also add there. Okay, so this is your what? This is your structure. You can see subject, helping verb, be, then after verb plus ing, then after object. Okay, students. So you should keep in your mind this structure, and on the basis of this structure, we will construct the sentence. Just see. You can see he is also subject, and with he we will use will. Okay, he will be. Suppose that your verb is eating, eat, and in which we will add ing. It becomes eating. He will be eating a mango. Okay, just see. He will be eating a mango. That is your correct sentence. Okay, students. You can see here in the sentence. In the sentence, you can see that is your subject. That is your subject, and that is your helping verb, and that is your be, and that is your verb plus ing, and that is your object. Okay, so on the basics, dear students, you have to learn the structure, because in the structure you will find where you have to put that particular word. Suppose that these are the helping verbs, and where we will put that helping verbs after the subject. Okay, just see, she will be eating a mango. That is your correct sentence. And this is your structure. You should keep in your minds. In the present, in the future continuous tense, there will be subject, helping verb, be, verb plus ing, then after object. If there is other information, you will also add there. An example you can see, he will be eating a mango. Okay students, I hope that you all have understood. If you are getting any kind of problem, you may ask. Okay students, I'm going to erase it. Now we will discuss the future perfect tense. Okay. Just see next, that is third, future perfect tense. Perfect tense. This is students, what would be the structure of it? There will be subject, okay, then after will or shall according to the subject. If subject is I and we will use shall. If the other subject is given besides I and we, you will use will. Then after have. The C students, you should keep in your mind, in future perfect tense you will use the helping verb will have or shall have. Okay, will have or shall have. We will use shall have with I and we only, and we will use will have with all kinds of subject. Okay, subject will have or shall have. Then after verb, what kind of verb? Third form of the verb. It means past participle form of the verb. Okay, you have to use the third form of the verb, and then after object, and then after if other information is given you will mention. If there is not given, you will not mention. Okay students, so this is your structure. In the structure you can see that there is subject, then after will shall, then after you will use have because it is perfect tense, and then after third form of the verb, then after object. You can see the example. You can see the example. The same example we will discuss. She will have, yes friends, that is C, therefore we will add here will. Okay, we will use the helping verb will have. And after eat, just see, it is the main form of the verb, and you have to use here third form of the verb, and you have to know that what would be the third form of the verb eaten. Eat, that is eaten. Okay, it is first form of the verb, at is second form of the verb, and eaten is third form of the verb. So you have to use the third form of the verb in the future perfect tense. Let's see, she will have eaten a mango. Okay, you can see in the example, you can see that is subject, that is your subject she, and that is your helping verb will have, and that is your third form of the verb, and that is your object. Okay, so on the basis of this structure you will construct the sentence, and your sentence is given here, she will have eaten a mango. Okay students, so this is all about the future perfect tense. Okay students, now come to the next tense, that is future perfect continuous tense. Just see fourth, that is future perfect continuous tense. Just see, future perfect continuous tense. Okay students, just see what would be the structure of it. Subject will be there, then after will or shall will be there, then after have been will be there. Okay, subject will, shall, have been, will have been, or you can say shall have been. This is your helping verb. Will have been or shall have been. We will use shall have been with I and we only, and with the other subject we will use will have been. Okay, subject will or shall have been plus verb. In the verb we will use ing, add ing. Okay, and then after object we will add here. I am writing here because there is not enough space. Then after object we will add here, and then after time. Dear students, it denotes also time, for or since. Okay, time. In the time, for the fixed time, for the certain time we will use since. Okay, for the certain time we will use since, and for the uncertain time we will use for. Okay, and if there is other information you can add. If there is not other information you will not add. Okay, so you should keep in your mind. Let's see, this is subject. What would be the structure of future perfect continuous tense? Let's see, subject will be there, helping verb will have been. Let's see, you can see will have been or shall have been, and then after verb in which we will add ing, then after object, then after you will mention the time. If the time is fixed you will use since. If the time is not fixed you will use for. Example we can see. You can see the example. You can see Mohan. Mohan is the name of a boy, and with the subject Mohan, what we will use? Will. Okay, Mohan will have been. Mohan will have been. Suppose that your verb is eat, then you will add here ing. Okay, you see, Mohan will have been eating mango. Object you will write a mango. For 10 minutes. Okay, you can see here. This is your example, and on the basis of this structure I have constructed the sentence here. You can see that is your subject. Okay, Mohan, and then you can see will have been, that is your helping verb, and then after verb is given here in which I have added here ing, and then after object is there, and then after time is given, and the time is not certain, therefore we will use for. If the time is certain, particular time from 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, then we will use since. Okay, you can see here Mohan will have been eating a mango for 10 minutes. Okay students, so this is all about the future tense. If you are getting any kind of problem, you may ask on WhatsApp. Okay students, I will send the notes in the group. You will write that notes in your notebook. Okay students, so that's all for today. Thank you.